As long as it's not Aquafina doing Scuttle, then I'm okay. I'm sorry, I like Aquafina in certain roles, but her as Scuttle was atrocious. And that song, why the fuck would you give Scuttle a goddamn song in the live action Mermaid? Welcome back, Fayettes and Fantasy Fiends, to the books we're hyped for in 2026. You're listening to Book for Two. I'm Scott.
And I'm Genevieve. If you're new here, welcome to our brand of chaos.
We bring the male and female perspectives, the wild theories, the heated debates, and of course,
the couples banter you never knew you needed, but now you can't escape.
She likes her books dripping with divine drama, questionable gods, and enough morally gray men to make her own Sons of Anarchy Club.
And he prefers his stories with arena-level carnage, gods abusing their power, and reveals so unhinged they make the entire stadium forget how to breathe.
And every week we deep dive into the books that wreck your soul and make you cancel plans. And we'll be deep diving I, Medusa by Ayanna Gray on January 30th.
And once a month, we shake things up with a standalone book review. So if you love unhinged theories, emotional damage, and two readers yelling about their fictional obsessions, you're in the right place.
All right, now it's time for our favorite part, what's new with the podcast and our actual lives. So, honesty is the best policy, and I want to be honest with our listeners. I've been struggling since having my ADHD diagnosis, and it's been tough. They talk about regression after a diagnosis, and I completely feel it. I've been striving to be normal for 42 years for so long, and now my nervous system can finally relax. And when you have that kind of nervous system reset, your brain also needs a little bit of a reset as well. Everything's just jumbled.
And on top of that, you started working at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah. And with autism and ADHD, they fight each other because they're exact opposite of each other. Like you said, with Barnes & Noble, the novelty is great for my ADHD because it's a new job. It's something I'm excited about, but it messed up my routine with the podcast and with life in general. So it drained my energy, and I wasn't used to working a retail type of work, which also, when it comes to us neurodivergent brains, we tire out very quickly when we have to really use our brain. So by me being on edge at a new job, trying to figure things out, my brain's exhausted, my body's exhausted. So wanting to do the podcast was just, not that I didn't want to do it, but I just didn't have the energy for it lately.
Yeah. The process of, what's the word? Not deconstructing, but it is essentially.
Yeah, it's
essentially deconstructing from believing that you were normal.
That I was normal. Yeah, I was a neurotypical. And this is a normal thing that we see on TikTok, that this happens to a lot of people. And the other thing is, when you are this exhausted, your brain wants to do the things, but your body just can't do it. And this was another struggle I had my entire life. And people would call me lazy, and we get called lazy a lot, and it really messes with your psyche. And then you find out it's been executive dysfunction this whole time, where you want to do the thing, but you literally just can't. No matter how much you try to push your body, you can't.
Literally cannot.
And that's why it pisses me off, that dumb bitch on that CEO podcast that said that we are not batteries. You can't drain us. We can work forever. Whatever stupid shit she said. Fuck her.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, you should go check out that stupid CEO, stupid podcast with all these CEOs coming on there. I don't want to talk shit about all neurotypicals because there are awesome neurotypicals out there. I'm just saying the type A's that are basically psychopaths, sociopaths that have zero empathy for anybody.
Yeah.
Those are the ones like Trump who don't give a fuck about anybody, and basically they just want to work you until you die.
That's essentially the entire administration right now.
Yeah. So this is why we have not done I, Medusa, because my executive dysfunction the last couple weeks has been a real bitch, especially with the holidays, the stress of all of that. They had us working a lot at Barnes & Noble because of the holidays, so we were basically treading water with the podcast, and I can't tread water anymore, not with a new book. So we decided to take a few weeks step back to get caught up with the podcast stuff that we've been wanting to do, like updating our logo, getting templates for our social media a little bit better for everybody. We want to clean things up and make things nicer for you guys, but the problem is it's just us.
Yeah, it's just him and I, and we both have full-time jobs.
But we do appreciate a lot of people that are friends that have stepped up. Kat, Bree, Lionheart, like a lot of people on our Discord have stepped up and asked how they can help, and we've been very grateful. But again, a lot of the heavy lifting, like the editing, the notes, all that stuff.
That's stuff we have to do because that's
Exactly.
our voice.
And this is a weekly show. We're working. We have kids. We have lives. We also want downtime. We love video games. We barely have time for that. We also want to read for pleasure besides just reading for the podcast. So
Yeah.
basically, we are taking these 2 weeks to reschedule our lives and ourselves.
We literally bought one of those big ass calendars for the wall so we can literally schedule out our lives.
Yeah, because we love this podcast. We love our listeners. We want to make sure everything is good for you guys. I don't want to give you guys ho-hum shows and things like that. So we figured these next 2 weeks we would just do quick, fun little episodes like today. And then next week I might do my review on Bull Moon Rising, and then you might do a review on a book you do, or we can do a bookish topic.
I really want to get my review of For Whom the Bell Tolls
There you
out.
go. Yeah, so we can do that.
Yeah.
And the good thing is I read that too, so we can back and forth that one easy.
Oh, for sure. That one will be great.
All right. So everyone, thank you for hanging in with us. Again, apologize that I Medusa does not start this week. But speaking of, I Medusa will start January 30th. Next week, we still will have an episode, just be a shorter, fun little episode. So bear with us.
Yes. Thank you all for your understanding.
All right. Now on to our reads.
Yes.
After Bull Moon Rising, I did not go to the second book because Jen's going to read that with me next month. That will probably be our monthly book.
For February, for Valentine's Day.
Yes. So I started the tandem read, and of course, somebody had FOMO while she was reading Lady of Darkness because I was having so much fun with the tandem read. Empire Storms is stress. The entire book is just stress and so good. And you just saw me having so much fun. You're like, God,
He kept going, oh. And then he would close the book towards me, and I'm like, oh, come on. So, yeah, I had to put Lady of Darkness to the side, which I am absolutely enjoying. But I had severe FOMO.
Yes. But you are still doing Nocticadia.
Yes, I am still doing Nocticadia. All right, we still have our read-along going on Discord. I have sections out there right now through chapter 20, and they're in 5-chapter segments. So there's no spoilers if you haven't read those chapters. So feel free to jump in whenever you like.
And we also are doing buddy reads and read-alongs on Storygraph.
Yes.
Mine is booked with Scott, and she is booked with Genevieve. So come add us as friends on there. Join some of our buddy reads. Maybe we'll hop on to some of your buddy reads.
Yeah, you can go directly to our page. That's how you find out any buddy reads or read-alongs that they're on. You have to go directly to their page.
Yeah, but the most important news for the month is Jen's birthday is Monday. We will not say how old she is
29.
because I'm not trying to be strangled.
29.
There you
Again.
go.
Lovely, perpetually 29. Hey.
What?
No math. Girl
Yeah.
math.
So
This is penultimate girl math.
So, as we've been speaking about ADHD, this is a funny story. Speaking of Jen's birthday and ADHD, I thought that I would buy her a nice gift because she's been needing a massage so fucking bad. She's been needing a pamper day for probably years. So I found a very nice spa. There was a lavender package that sounded lovely, foot rubs and head rubs and all this great shit. And I was like, sweet. And then so I bought the gift certificate and had it sent to her email, but I forgot to book that day. So then I went in to try to book a couple days later, and I was like, oh, fuck, what was the name of the place? Check my email. Guess what? No fucking email there. Where the fuck did the email go? Check trash, everything, gone. So then I go to my account. Yep, I did pay for it. And then the name on the account that it's under came up with some other fucking spa that was in Destin. I was like, this is not it. And I tried everything, every Google search I could find to try to find this place. So then I was like, God damn, I want to tell Jen because she's good at finding things like this. So unfortunately, I had to like spoil the surprise, be like, here's what I got. You can help me find this place. She found it in 2 minutes.
It was not a spoil. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Yes, that's what I love to do. Yes, give me a couple clues and release me.
But leave it to me to forget the book and then somehow lose the email. I don't know how it didn't make it in my trash.
Oh my gosh, that is so
I don't know where
funny.
that email went. It just straight disappeared like it never
I
happened.
bet it's in your emails.
It is nowhere. I checked every folder possible, even random folders that I had from 2016. I checked in there.
Crazy.
Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, moving on. If you are a local business in the Panhandle, or if any of our listeners are business owners, preferably small business, we would like to partner with you and get your business out there to our listeners.
If this is something you are interested in, please email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail.com. As two people who own small businesses, as well as this podcast being a small business, we love to help others out. Okay, before we hit play on the trauma, quick warning, this episode will not contain spoilers for any books. So you can lower your spoiler shields down for this episode.
However, fair warning, this show is still more Robert Rodriguez than Christmas Hallmark. You might even say it's dark Hallmark because there is still sex, violence, bad language, and worse decisions. Just because we aren't deep diving doesn't mean you get any less of us.
We're actually very excited to do this episode. We never really get to talk about what we're looking forward to reading.
Yes, so there are so many good books coming out in 2026, and just because we didn't name a book on this episode doesn't mean we don't want to read it.
We just quickly picked a few books that caught our eye and have us very excited to read.
So come see if your most anticipated reads made our list, and sorry in advance for your TBR.
And if any of our listeners have book recs that they feel fit our vibe, come share them on our Discord.
All right, before we get into it, if you're still listening, hit follow and leave a quick review. It's free, takes almost no time, and it helps more people like you find the show. We put a lot into this every week, so that small thing goes a very long way.
Very. And if you're not already part of our little chaos corner online, why not? Come hang out. We post sneak peeks, unfiltered nonsense. We go live every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central on TikTok. Sometimes it's deep dives. Sometimes it's Scott purposefully reading smut to the internet. You really never know what you're going to get.
And sometimes I'll shake my ass for everybody.
I love it.
And speaking of ass, get your ass in our Discord. It's people losing their minds over plot twists, dropping unfiltered takes, and somehow bonding over it. If that sounds like your kind of therapy, get in there. And we do share recipes.
We do. And for my visual learners and facial expression enthusiasts, YouTube is officially live. Full episodes, full spirals, and every single side eye I throw at Scott. All preserved in HD glory.
Speaking of YouTube, we drop our YouTube episodes and podcast episodes every Friday morning at 5 a.m. Central.
Now you can listen to our crazy asses to get your mindset ready for the weekend.
And don't forget, we've got merch. Grab something if you want to support the show.
We're talking hoodies for the holidays, mugs for your emotional support caffeine, notebooks for your unhinged theories. It's really on-brand chaos.
Visit us at bookfor2.com.
Okay, spoiler shield is down. Relax and enjoy the shenanigans.
Let's dive into episode 47 and the books we're hyped for in 2026.
Cannot with you. Let's turn the page.
Everybody, and welcome to the books we are hyped for in 2026. This is a short list. This is not all the books, but here we go. Are you ready?
I am so excited. Let's start with your first one.
All right. So the first one that I'm excited for is The Ballad of Fallen Dragons by Sarah A. Parker. It is the second book in the Moonfall series after When the Moon Hatched. I enjoyed the first book, and we will most likely be deep diving both after I, Medusa. The world was unique, thought out. She does have a very, very, very flowery prose, though, so I'm not sure how a lot of people will take to it. Now, I do remember loving the FMC. She was fun, and the romance was intriguing.
I remember you really liking the book after you finished it. I think just the sheer size of it was intimidating for me. And then you said it was flowery, and I really hate flowery, so I've been avoiding it. I've heard such great reviews about it that I'm actually excited that we're going to be deep diving it after I, Medusa. So,
you know what? Her prose is very much like Raven Kennedy's. Bree might be able to back me up on this because she also has read this book, but it's like Raven Kennedy because you mentioned how big the book is, and a lot of Raven Kennedy's books are very thick, but they're very easy reads, and you read her books in just a week, all 6 of them. But I read this book fast for me, and this was back when I was just starting out reading Romantasy, when I was a slower reader too. So it's a very fast read from what I remembered. Again, this was almost a year ago when I read this, so I don't remember too much. I do remember that the romance was an amnesia romance, so that was different for me. Yeah, exactly. That's why I think this would be fun, because it's a different type of romance. I remember liking the MMC a lot. He was not annoying. He was not a douchebag. And again, the story was cool. There is a present and a past. So there's going to be letters that we read that have to do with a past. It's very good, but it can get a little bit confusing with the years like 5,613 or some shit. Yeah, that was a little much. Is that
necessary?
Yeah, that's a little much, but we'll get more into it when we deep dive. It's a great book. She's a fun writer. We have her other series that she came out with. I can't wait to read that one too. So let's do your first exciting read of 2026. What you got?
All right, so my first one is going to be Dragon Cursed by Elise Kova, which actually just came out last week or so.
Yep.
And honestly, I was literally sold by the first sentence in the description, which is the moment you see a dragon is usually your last. That was literally all it took for me to want to read it. That and hearing from Kate that Elise Kova's book, Arcana Academy, another one we have on our TBR, was one of the few that she actually didn't shit on last year. No offense, Kate. Love you. Love you. But then I continued reading it and I found out that it's even cooler than what I was imagining. I was thinking literally, oh, cool, just dragons. But dragon cursed means that you slowly transform into a mindless beast bent on destroying everything. What? Double sold.
Yeah, so this one was already on our radar, especially mine, because I remember this was part of the group that we gave everybody to pick for our next deep dive. So this was on my radar because I heard about Elise Kova. Everyone says her writing is great. Arcana Academy is the one I picked up, and Kate said it was good, like you said. So this is also on my TBR. This just didn't make my top 4. Is that what we're calling this? This is just 4 that I'm excited about. I'm still excited about Dragon Curse as well.
Yeah, I literally almost bought this yesterday. I was at Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I was like, oh, look at this sprayed edges on this. This looks so nice. So you know what to do at work today.
I was there yesterday, too, but I forgot that this came out as well because I was too focused on getting Psycho Fae by Jasmine Mass because that came out.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. That's not on my list. Damn it.
All right, so my next book, I guess we're keeping with the dragon theme. It's called Rider of Dragons. Now, I don't want everybody to think that we are just obsessed with dragons right now, or that's all we're going to read in 2026. Okay. I'm not shocked. But the author is A.T., and I hope I'm not butchering the last name, Qureshi?
Looks right.
Spelled Qureshi. Qureshi. I hope so.
I hope so.
And I did not pick this one because of the name of the FMC. This is just coincidence. The FMC's name is Genevieve. And she wants to join the dragon races, but her family said nuh-uh. So she girl bosses it over to where else? A gang, and asks one of the members to train her in the dragon races to earn glory and riches and things like that. And she'll most likely fall in love with the gang member. But it sounds fun because this is a fun take on dragons because now you're racing dragons, right? Mm-hmm. So probably like illegal dragon racing, and they're probably going to have other underground fighting rings and shit because it says it's supposed to be brutal. That's another reason why. Because
you don't say gang for no reason.
I guess there's no rules in these races either. You're able to knock people off and try to kill them and things. So yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
It sounds like an adrenaline rush.
I was sold with dragons, so you didn't even have to tell me that the FMC was Genevieve, but double sold again. Yes. Sold. All
right, let's go to your next one.
Okay, my next one is The Wicked Sea. Mm-hmm. It is book 1, and it's by Jordan Stephanie Gray, and it's about mermaids.
Ooh.
And I honestly don't know why I haven't read more books about mermaids. I have lots of questions about logistics, but that's not what this book is about.
Yeah, because we were all trying to figure out how it all works. Mm-hmm. I still think it's hidden behind scales, and they just kind of spread
like
the scales.
Curtain. Yeah. This curtain
makes sense to me.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, scale. I think of the scales for mermen and merladies as just a long dress, and they can just. Oh yeah, like guys' underwear. You know how we had the pee hole? So it's probably like a pee hole thing.
Like where you don't have to take your pants off?
Yeah.
Your life is so hard.
But a lot of guys...
You don't even have to drop your pants to go pee.
A lot of guys don't like the pee hole.
Why?
Because the pee hole, it depends on the pee hole. And it also depends on... There's a lot of situations. So the pee hole and the underwear could tighten up on the penis. And then all of a sudden, it's like when you take a garden hose and you try to clink it down, start spraying randomly. Yeah, that could happen. And then you get like piss on your pants.
Oh, because you're trying to use the pee hole.
Yeah, the pee hole. So a lot of guys don't like the pee hole. It just depends on the pants usually. But I use the pee hole a lot. Pee holes. All right.
Okay. That was a tangent that I didn't know we were going to go off on. I did say I have lots of questions.
Look, we have a lot of female listeners, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them are curious how we do things.
I was curious, and they say curiosity killed the cat.
I told you about the sex.
But what's the rest of that? Curiosity killed the cat, but something brought it back.
Don't pee through your pee hole when you're wearing khakis. That's like a golden rule. That will show up.
Satisfaction brought it back. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Neither do I, especially pee holes.
All right. So, anyways, this book, The Wicked Sea, is about a mermaid named Zephyra. Love that name, by the way. She sheds her tail and grows legs to go hide on land among what I'm going to call racists, essentially. And there's a warlock, and his name is Aaron. I don't know. And we're supposed to get forced proximity, enemies to lovers, and somebody has wings. I'm not sure who that is. I assume it's him. I could see the possibility that there might be a little bit too much all in one book, maybe. But you know what? I'm willing to give it a shot.
Are we sure the wing one isn't Scuttle?
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
As long as it's not Aquafina doing Scuttle, then I'm okay. I'm sorry, I like Aquafina in certain roles, but her as Scuttle was atrocious. And that song, why the fuck would you give Scuttle a goddamn song in the live action Mermaid?
I
was so
Did you
mad.
make me watch that?
Yeah, we went to movie theaters with the kids.
Oh my God.
I think you fell asleep. I think you
blocked
fell
it out.
asleep. Yeah,
Did I really?
I think so.
I don't fall asleep during movies.
I think you
maybe
did
I
in
just,
this.
maybe I
Rowan
blacked
fell
out.
asleep.
Maybe I blacked out.
It wasn't that bad of a movie except for that part. Why the fuck does Scuttle need a song? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Was it really squawky like you expect Scuttle to be?
No, it was just Aquafina singing. That's all it was. Literally. It was not good for anybody. It was unnecessary. They gave Prince Eric a song, but I feel like he deserved one considering he's a prince who never really got a song.
Yeah.
So, and this song wasn't bad. It actually made sense for the movie, where the Scuttlebutt song made zero fucking sense for anything other than just to be annoying and try to be funny for kids. But I don't even think our kids laughed. They were just like, what?
I don't remember it. So apparently I blacked it out.
Yeah.
Oops.
Apparently that really upset me.
I see that. Wow.
It was so bad. Like, why is this happening?
I don't even remember watching it.
Because it was torture. It felt like torture.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Couldn't leave.
Maybe I went into a fugue state
No,
because
that could
I
be
was
it.
being tortured, and I'm just like,
You were like, oh shit, Aquafina's gonna sing and
disassociate.
Yep. Done. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it. Smart woman.
You should have.
You're a
Yeah.
smart woman. I gotta work on my disassociation skills, I guess.
There you go. Just zone out.
No, but this book does, other than my squirreling, this book does sound good though. It sounds interesting, as you said. There's a lot going on here, but hey, we haven't really done too many mermaids, and I'm in for different things. We've been doing the Greek mythology thing, so mermaids.
Yeah. You just jumped from Taurian.
Yeah.
So yeah, mermaids is cool. Werewolves, maybe something like that. All right. What have you got next on your list?
Okay, probably my most anticipated read of 2026, hands down.
Okay.
And that is Red God by Pierce Brown, the final book for the Red Rising series.
Okay.
So I have stopped at Morningstar because I was waiting for this one, and I was waiting for you because I wanted to just be fresh right when this fucker comes in. So I was going to do a reread of the first three with you and then go through the other three right in time for this. So there's no date. It says summer, so plenty of time to bust through it. But I'm fucking excited for this one because I don't know what he's going to do after this.
Is this his only series?
I think so. I can take a look, but I think this might be his only series.
He's made a name for himself
Yeah,
now,
it's
so
that good
whatever
of a
he wants to
series.
write about.
It's his baby.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it. Some people will have their one series, and that's okay.
I'm still nervous to read the Red Rising series, but
No.
I know that you and Bree both love it.
I'm telling
so
you, look, if Bree gives it 2 thumbs up, then it's worth it.
I think she did a TikTok yesterday on Morningstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is loving it.
And I knew Morningstar would be her favorite.
Yeah.
It'll most likely be your favorite, too.
Oh,
For sure.
all right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And not the second one?
It depends. Do you like when the bad guy wins? Do you like Infinity War and Empire Strikes Back, or do you like Endgame more than Infinity War?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because I like Golden Sun, Infinity War, and stuff like that, because for me, it makes the stakes bigger. Because so quickly the bad guys lose at the end,
That
of,
is
the,
that
the end of the
good
book.
second ending you were
Yeah.
talking about, the second book, right?
Yeah, because you have to give the possibility that the main character could die. And that's what Infinity War gave us. You literally killed off half the characters. Even though we all knew they'd eventually come back, but it was still, holy shit, they actually did it.
Do you feel like Well of Ascension did that?
Yes. Ascension left you to a part where it looked almost hopeless for your characters, and that's what you want. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like that, but that's where we're going to be at probably with the end of the tandem read. We're probably going to be at a hopeless point where Erewhon is doing his thing.
Thank God we're not doing this on the podcast.
Well, I mean,
I am so excited right now.
Well, Air-
just a quick, I'm
to be
so
honest,
glad we're
Era
doing this.
Fire ended in a shit way.
Yep.
With Sorsha and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Queen of Shadows really didn't end too happy either.
They ended with you wanting to read the next book. They
Yeah.
ended exactly how they were supposed to in a series.
But it's a mix, though, because you have an Era of Fire, Queen of Shadows, and things. You have bad things happening at the end, but also good things. It was kind of like a balance, whereas
like you didn't feel totally shitty.
Yeah, we're Infinity War.
You felt shitty.
Yeah, Infinity War. Oh, I remember Infinity War in the theaters. That theater was silent. As fuck. Silent.
A pin.
Even when the new credits came and you saw, I forget his name, Samuel L. Jackson's character, it didn't matter. We were just all, oh my God. It was such a cool feeling. I can't explain the feeling. Like, it was, wow. And that's why I like going to movie theaters and going to concerts, because you feel the collectiveness of feeling. That's why churches work so well.
Yeah.
They make you like feel everything, and
the collective energy.
Yeah, it's a collective energy. And that's why, I don't know where the fuck.
That's why cults work. Collective energy. Growth.
What's your next book?
All right. My next book is A Forsaken Prophecy by Stacy McEwan.
Okay, and that's the second book, right?
In the Artisan trilogy. So I might read that way later. It comes out in July. I actually still haven't read the first book, which is A Forbidden Alchemy. But I love her TikTok so much that I'm going to read the first one. We already have it because it has a cool sprayed edge.
Look, we have just a big TBR. We're working through it. We're just behind everybody because everyone's already caught up on the big series. We're still catching up on the big series while trying to catch up on some of these newer series.
Stay with you guys on the new stuff that's coming out too.
It's exhausting, but go ahead.
So this one, since I haven't read the first book, A Forbidden Alchemy, the synopsis of that one is it's a slow burn romantasy. There's elemental magic, revolution between classes, and it sounds like the FMC and the MMC are on opposite sides. So mostly I want to read this series because the author was making fun of her own map making on the TikTok, and I just thought she was hilarious. So I want to read her series because of that.
Nice.
All right. Do you have anything else?
All right.
I feel like you've got one more.
I have one more. It's a sleeper. This is one I keep seeing popped up, especially like in the dark fantasy circles.
Okay.
This one is called The Red Winter by Cameron Sullivan. So this is a retelling of The Beast of Javadon, which is a werewolfish telling.
Oh.
So I'm just going to read the synopsis real quick.
Okay.
In 1785, Professor Sebastian Gray receives the news he fears most. The terrible beast of Javadon has returned, and the French countryside runs red in its wake. Sebastian knows the beast. A monster slayer with centuries of experience, he joined the hunt for the creature 20 years ago and watched it slaughter its way through a long and bloody winter. Even with the help of his indwelling demon, Sarmandel, who takes payment in living hearts, it nearly cost him his life to bring the monster down. Now, 2 decades later, Sebastian has been recalled to the hunt by Antoine, an estranged lover who shares a dark history with the beast and a terrible secret with Sebastian. Drawn by both the chance to finish the beast for good and the promise of a reconciliation with Antoine, Sebastian cannot refuse. And there you go.
Ooh.
So yeah, very dark retelling of this very popular French story.
Cool.
Yes, but they added magic and sorcery and demons in it.
That sounds really cool. And we haven't done anything werewolf, have we?
Yeah. Not too much. And I also wanted to spread my wings a little bit more with the LGBT representation and things like that. And this one kept popping up for new ones coming out as well in that genre. So this one sounds fun. I'm very excited.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to add that one to my TBR too.
Now, I know you have a very sleepy pick that we are hoping comes out in 2026. Go for it.
This one might be in a coma, so sleepy. All right. So I want to read the next book in the For Whom the Bell Tolls series by Jaysea Lynn, but we don't have a name or a date for that one yet. So
all we know is it will focus on Greg and Penny, and we know Sharky is an adult.
yes,
That's
I'm
far.
excited. I'm really excited for that one, but that can be my 2027 if it doesn't make it out this year.
And if she needs ARC readers, let us know if you're listening or if
We're
Amy's
here for
listening.
you.
Just saying, ARC readers right here. All right, so that wraps up our most hype reads for 2026. Again, this is not the full list. We have a ton of other reads. So if a book that you're excited for did not make this list, let us know. You can come to our Discord. Join our Discord. We have a whole book rec section where you can drop books. We can do 2026 wants if we want. What people are excited for to drop the recs in there.
Okay.
Just to make it easier.
You can also check out our TBRs on Storygraph. I don't know if yours is updated, but
No, not yet.
Okay.
I will get it updated.
My TBR is pretty filled out over there, but I'm always looking to add more. So definitely adding from the threads on Discord.
Yes. And speaking of Storygraph, please make sure that you find us, friend us. I am booked with Scott. She is booked with Genevieve. And my resolution for 2026 was to do a lot more with Storygraph and to be on top of it. And I have been so far. So I'm very proud of myself.
Yes, you've been doing a really good job. I have been slacking just a little bit.
Yeah, you've been working your butt off, though. And you have a broken hand.
Yeah, this hand thing is ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So like I said, I Medusa, the deep dive, will officially be January 30th. I promise. No matter what, that will come out. Next week, we will have another bonus fun episode for you. Or you can just let us know what kind of topic you want us to do next week.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Yeah, let us know what you'd like us to talk about.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Booked for Two.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review to help other book lovers find the show.
Follow us on socials at Booked for Two Podcast for behind-the-scenes content, updates, and sneak peeks. We'll also post next week's chapters every Sunday, so you can read along.
Join us for our live Q&A. We are back to Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central on TikTok. We'll answer your burning questions, react to your theories, and occasionally overshare our book-related emotional damage.
Want even more chaos? Join our Discord. The link's in our bio. Come hang out, chat books, and get early access to exclusive content.
And finally, don't forget to grab your merch at bookfor2.com.
Until next time, keep turning the page.